Welcome, hockey fans, to the Eccles Ice Arena in North Logan, Utah. It is another edition of Utah State Aggies Ice Hockey, brought to you from the Eccles Ice Arena. We're just off the campus of Utah State University. In the house tonight is UVU, the University of, or what is it?
Utah Valley.
Utah Valley University from Utah County in Provo. I am Steve Coleman, voice of the Utah State Aggies. On the camera is Lane, my son, and Shaylee will run the scoreboard and clock tonight and help out on the computer programming. A little bit of a voice and video test. Go ahead and comment on our YouTube page there for those of you that wish to text. My number, 208-406-1603. Down to a minute and a half left. We'll take some forward-looking action. The Beehive Classic comes up next week with 4 straight games from Thursday through Sunday. That's the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. Yes, I can count. Next week. And it will be an action-packed week of hockey with 4 excellent teams this year with the Beehive. The team starts out a Thursday night contest versus the undefeated UNC Bears from Northern Colorado. They are in Williston tonight for 2 games, 1 tonight, 1 tomorrow night. So we'll see if that schedule remains undefeated. On Friday night next week, the Aggies will welcome the Division II team from Arizona State University, ASU, has a 9-4 record, so they've got a decent season going on there with the Sun Devils. On Saturday night, the Aggies will welcome Williston State from North Dakota. Williston State, with a 5-7 record, they've played some stiff competition up there in North Dakota. They played Midland State University. They also played Nebraska, and they played Minot State, which, of course, is #1 in the nation. And they did play UNLV, a D1 team, so they've had a tough schedule. For those of you that were watching our games from the Arizona Classic, we did play Williston. It turned into a little bit of, we'll just call it junk hockey, or S-word hockey. It depends on how you look at it. Got a little rough there with Williston. So that'll be an interesting matchup. The Aggies did win that game. It was 4-2 or 5-2 with an empty net goal. On Sunday, the Aggies will welcome NAU to town. NAU had an undefeated season going on until they met Williston the day after the Aggies played them, and Williston came away with a 4-1 victory, or a 4-3 victory, I'm sorry. But NAU the day before had beat the Aggies there in Prescott. So very interesting. And we'll have, for the Aggies, a rematch there as they lost to that NAU team. So both the Saturday game, well, let's see, the first game on Thursday against a possibly undefeated UNC Bears team. ASU is always good. They have a Division I team, and so their Division I players roll down to Division II, which will mean a tough game there. And then, of course, Williston and NAU. Tonight's game is UVU, Utah Valley. Utah Valley struggling on the season with only 1 victory. This is only their second year in the league. Last month, the Aggies with a, I think, 9-1 or 9-2 victory, and only 1 player from NAU went to the hospital. So we'll count that as a victory. My understanding is that player's all right, and we will see how this one goes tonight. For those of you that want to give a shout out, go ahead and thank Lane. I was in bed tonight planning on staying home. Had a bit of a headache going on, and I've had either laryngitis or tonsillitis, something going on in my throat for the last 10 days.
I was going to come film it anyway. They could watch in silence.
Yeah, there's Lane piping up. He was going to film anyway without me, but anyway, he drugged me out of bed, and here I am. I was going to bail out on my hobby tonight, but that Lane's persistence. Here I am. We get set here for the national anthem. It is Military Appreciation Night. You'll recognize the Aggies in their white camos. And it will be UVU in their black road uniforms. Again, we'll take a break as they present the colors and sing the national anthem. Well, only a small miscue there as the flag. The flag guy ran the flag into the mesh behind the net. Had the eagle tangled up there for a minute. But we are ready to roll here after that wonderful singing of the national anthem. Well, thank you again for being on the broadcast tonight. We're happy to bring you the game. Some number changes tonight to be aware of, and I don't know what they are. So we'll do our best to keep up with the Aggies. As we get started here. In net for the Aggies tonight, Christian Vivian will be the starter. And it's the Alex Herman line who gets the start tonight. He wears number 19. And flanked by the wingers, it's Morgan McJimby and Josh Kirk the lead. On the defensive side tonight, the starters are C.J. Westlake and Big Todd Renee. In net for UVU, number 30, Bilson. All right, UVU Wolverines is the mascot. They're the biggest university student numbers-wise in the state of Utah. They'll accept everyone. Of course, that's not necessarily a bad thing. They'll give everyone a chance, and sometimes it's well-deserved. Our military man drops the puck. He almost dropped himself as he tripped over the center ice line there on his way to the face-off. Wearing the captain jersey for the Wolverines, number 9 is Fisher. They have 2 Fishers, 24, and then 88 will be Schofield. Number 5, Peck. And also wearing number 13, Blackburn. The final starter there for the Wolverines. We're set for action here from the Eccles Ice Arena for another edition of Utah State Aggies Ice Hockey. It's Kirk with the face-off win. And the Aggies play catch in their own zone. An errant pass, though, and that'll be picked up and chopped into the ice by Peck for the Wolverines. It's Vivian who sets it up behind his own net. C.J. Westlake softly spins in the corner looking for an outlet, and he's got it. It's on the stick of Herman. He'll skate forward, throw a strike, and it's in the skates of McJimsey and ends up right on Bilson. A good pass there from Herman, but it got tied up in the skates of McJimsey. It'll be a face-off inside the Wolverine zone. Shout out to you, Chris Herman, up there in Montana. I don't even need to look, and I know you're somewhere watching the game here on a Friday night. I'm looking for my pal, Josh, from way out in California to give me a shout out today. Jimsy took a big check there from number 4. We'll have to check our numbers. Of course, number 4 got the worst of it for the Wolverines. La Martina, the name there. That puck will roll right in on Bilson. and nearly chipped into the net. The Aggie faithful excited here tonight, as that little play brought them to their feet. The Aggies look from the point. That puck will dribble softly to the near wall where Higgs played it toward the net. UVU wants to play it forward, but Walton pinches off the man there, and the Aggies will make a line change. A big check there from Drew Decker. Oh, Higgs gives it away, loose puck in front, and chipped up and over the top of the crossbar. Went way over the top of Vivian. Now it comes to the point. Wolverines shoot, and that's sticked aside. Comes to the corner, it's played there on the stick of Corbett. He'll roll it around the corner where Chase Ball digs it out of the corner and rips it forward. It's off the stick of Walton, and then Decker with a tip to the neutral zone, and the Aggies will complete the change. It's Higgs who waits for a player to come on. It's Cutshaw in stride, but he's played nicely there. Corbett with the poke check as he played some pretty good defense at the blue line. Here's Cutshaw again. This time he's got room, drops it to Higgs. He'll get it back, and there's a good check, which upends Higgs off the captain's shoulder. That's Fisher. Some jostling in front for position, and there's Cutshaw who tipped it just wide. That'll come along the wall, and Higgs shovels it back in. Top of the circle, and that's knocked down. The Wolverines with a chance. They hustling back his ball, and he's in good position now. They send it out in front all alone. Backhand, and to save Vivian. Oh my, a dandy of a play there as the Wolverines work the 2-on-1 to perfection. Aggies in the Wolverine zone, reverse direction, nobody's there. It's picked up by Lemmer. I'm going to have to check that again. La Martina wears number 4 for the Wolverines. Into the zone, it's Blauer, sends it in front and looking for a tip. Were the Aggies. They'll hold it in the corner though and look to play it in front. The Aggies have it set up. Now they'll peel back and behind the net, gather the puck. Look to send it out in front. They do, and it's through the skates of one of the Aggies players. There's another shot and a rebound. The Aggies can't jam that in as it's off the stick of Gavin Lubin. Well, Eccles called me right before the game. Gave me some numbers, but I can't find them. So I'll have to check number 7 at the intermission, see who that is. The Kirkville line comes on. No score here in the opening period. 5 minutes gone by. Or 4 minutes is all. And good chances at both ends of the ice. Number 7, Chandler Catlin for the Aggies. Lubin's going to hold it, and McJimsey chases it down in the corner, reverses it behind the net. It's out of the reach of Kirkville, but Lubin, he'll pinch in deep, and Herman's going to cover the point. Right out in front, McJimsey loses the handle, and the Wolverines gather the puck and try to skate it out. And Herman was there. The puck's loose in the neutral zone now. They'll play it deep, but it's not deep enough. As the Wolverines need a line change, but they can't take it here as the Aggies right back into the zone. Herman forced to put on the brakes. He still holds the puck, though. Now it's Kirkville from the faceoff circle. That's blockered down by Bilson. It's Powell. Oh. Never mind. It's a slap shot from McJimsey who puts it in the net. Oh, my. Well, that was bad from the announcer. I looked down to check some Wolverine numbers, and McJimsey steals the puck and rifles it into the net. It's 1-0. The Aggies on top. Like I said, looking for Josh McNeely tonight. He's from Preston, Idaho, my hometown. Spent some time in Texas, and now I believe he's in California. He's one of those rabid Utah State fans who loves to watch Aggies hockey. So the Aggies put one in with nearly 5 minutes gone by here in the opening period. The Wolverines will hold it in. Reagan Walton chops away at it, and he clears the zone. Comes across to Cook for UVU. He avoids Hunter Wood. And here come the Aggies 3 wide. It's Decker. Wood charges down the slot. Decker shoots. Rebound over, skated by the Aggies. Aggies starting to find their stride now as they put one in and applying some big pressure. Here's Westlake. He's into the zone. No line mates as the Aggies are changing. Westlake into the corner, rips it out in front. It gets all the way through. Here's a shot. That's knocked down at the defense. And the Wolverines will chip it forward. Good back checking there by number 1 for Utah State. And that's Hunter Doyle wears number 1 tonight. Lindquist with some ice time there. As they play away from his pressure, it's Cutshaw who dig away at it. And he's got it on his stick. Played across ice. Rene with a chance, and he holds it there. Rene's going to skate it forward. He's into the zone. Rene looks, shoots, and it's saved by Bielson as he tucks the elbow rotting along his body and holds the puck. 1-0, the Aggies with the opening goal here in the opening period against the Utah Valley Wolverines. Hey, thanks, Lacey Chapman. 3 wins for UVU. I didn't have the actual update, so thanks for the tip. ACHA hadn't updated the stats. There's a cross-ice pass taken off the wall and worked in by Lindquist. Lindquist, some crossover skating, sends it out in front, and a good pass there from Sammy Lindquist. Wolverines will chip it out of the zone. Rene's going to settle it there, and with a head up, sends it across for Higgs. It's Cutshaw for the Aggies, looking to center. But Schofield there, he founds on the clearing attempt, and it's loose in front. Picking it up there is Lindquist. He wants to spin and shoot. He doesn't. And instead, he'll send it to the point. Lubin will shoot, and that's tipped. And it'll go out of play. The Aggies will change. There'll be a face-off inside the UVU zone. Hey, the UVU team has made big strides. Only second year in the league. They do field a full bench of players. And they get better every game. It's always nice to have another team in Utah. Along the wall, it's Blauer. He'll send it to the point. Little snapshot and a save, Bielson. He saw it all the way and made a good glove save off the stick of Lubin. Wolverines control the faceoff, dance away from the check of Austin Lang. This is Chandler Catlin. His pass is off the mark and hustling back his ball. It's loose in the neutral zone, and Blauer wants it. He's shouldered off the puck, and now it's picked up by Catlin again. It's poked off his stick beautifully. That's number 3. We poked it off Catlin's stick. Working into the zone. A player knocked down. No penalty. As Fisher, number 24, wanted to move in with the puck. This speed into the zone. The Aggies. A shot just off the mark. Off the stick of Blauer, side of the net. Blauer again tries to tip one in, and it dribbles just wide. Blauer's on it again. Loses an edge, and UVU will take over. They need a defensive change, but into the zone. Here they come. Backhand and a save, Vivian. Puck loose behind the net, picked up by UVU. They have no one in front, and the Aggies clear it to safety. Blackburn, the only Wolverine back, and his pass, he gives it right to the Aggies. Into the zone comes McJimsey. As Kirk the lead, instead McJimsey holds the puck looking for Herman. And that tipped away. Here's a pass. Another shot that's knocked down right in front of the net, and then kick to the corner. Kirkvliet from McJimsey. Now Kirkvliet in front, shoots and a save, Bilson. Oh, he absolutely robbed Josh Kirkvliet. At the point, the Aggies hold. It's Kirkvliet on the puck again. Stick handles away from the defense, looks at the net. He'll skate behind, send it out in front. McJimsey shoots, kick, save, Bilson. And Westlake has it. He'll shoot the glove save by Bilson. He drops it side of the net. And now UVU able to clear the zone, but it's right back on the stick of Westlake. He's challenged there by Corbett. And an errant pass and a whistle means it's an icing halfway through the opening period. 1-0 Utah State. Face off win to the Wolverines. They hold it in, and Cook has the puck. Sends it toward the net. It's chipped to the corner. UVU sends it right out in front. Backhand save by Vivian. Loose puck, and he'll cover. As Vivian just reaches the big blocker out and clears everyone out of the way, and then drops on the puck. Excellent goaltending, Christian Vivian. Never mind. That's Coulter Pritchard playing net tonight. Why don't you say something, Lane? You goofball.
Well, I wasn't 100% sure, but I was.
Why don't you tell me?
I was thinking about it.
Goodness gracious. Coulter Pritchard playing net for the Aggies tonight. Well, it only took us half a period to figure that out, right, Lane?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
You're supposed to be my whole crew that tells me what's going on, my whole production crew.
Hey, you seem pretty confident about it, so I don't want to say anything.
I was confident about it. And then I realized Vivian's hurt with a knee sprain, which he suffered in Arizona. There's a big check coming from the body of Peck, and that's going to send Decker to the bench. Oh, my. That's embarrassing. We don't even know who our own goaltender is. This play-by-play guy needs to get a new hobby.
Or binoculars.
Yeah, binoculars. I need to check the strength of my glasses is what I need to do. So Coulter Pritchard's been hot tonight. I'm sure his family knows that that's Coulter in nets. It's easy to recognize him in all that gear, right? Wolverines change, and the Aggies with a strike into the zone. It's Cutshaw with some space. Stick handle, shoots, and they score! Bilson made the initial save, but his momentum carried himself and the puck into the net. Too bad for Bilson, who stuck with the play and made a great save. If you're an Aggie fan, an excellent play by Chris Cutshaw. Cutshaw again with the puck, gives it to Lindquist. Lindquist now with some space, centers and a save, Bilson. On a nifty shot there from the Aggies. Lindquist strong on the puck, skates between around two defenders, sends it to the point. There's a whistling shot, and it zips just wide of the net. Chopped up by the Wolverines, but it's held by Lubin. Lubin challenge there, and then the zone cleared, but it should be an icing. And it is. Blower with another good attempt there for the Aggies. He's been all over it tonight. Just unable to put one in yet. Blower kicks the puck to his stick, works around the D, into the zone. He makes the play. It's Lang now. Blower again. And Blower peels wide into the zone. Skates away from the pressure. Bouncing puck, chipped forward and out of the zone by UVU. Good defense there by the Aggies. Chase ball. The puck picked up by Catlin. Catlin surveys, rolls it up along the wall, and Blower will help from his centerman's position. He's on the puck, sends it off the wall. And right on the stick of UVU, Cook, who sends it in. Ball, a little bit of stick handling, gets a cheer from the fans. Here's some skating by Kirk, the lead, and he's challenged and worked off the puck. He's right back on, though. And the puck sent across. It's ball with some space. It's Kirkley, loose puck in front. And the Wolverines do a good job to clear it out there. Check some numbers. 14 is Rob Duque for the Aggies. The captain Fisher on the puck. Now it's sent across and picked up in stride by his brother Fisher, or friend. One of the two. Brother, cousin, both wear Fisher on the program. Fisher takes a high stick to the throat. And the referee sees it all the way, and that'll send Josh Kirkley to the penalty box, and the Wolverines to the power play. House is full tonight as UVU, a local in-state rival, brings the fans. These in-state rival games always bring a good crowd to the Eccles Ice Arena. As Dagan Walton sends it deep, he's on the forecheck. The Aggies make a change. Walton's all alone. He avoids Schofield and then ties up the puck in the corner. Has his stick free, and he's taking penalty time off the clock. That's held at the point. But the Aggies, with some time to kill, send it all the way back in the zone. It's Fernandez looking for a puck here. If he's wearing number 8 tonight, we'll check. No, that's Austin Moser wearing number 8 tonight. And I think Fernandez was the healthy scratch. It's Cook who holds the puck for the Wolverines. On the delayed offsides, now they're in and have the power play set up and ready. At the point, Cook. Along the hash marks, they send it. Now deep in the corner, it's Stewart who wants it back. Instead, he changed position. It comes to Cook at the point. Wants to shoot. He'll dish it off, though. And side of the net, the Wolverines can't jam it in. A good penalty kill so far for the Aggies, only 10 seconds left in the penalty to Kirkley. 5 seconds, Josh is on his feet. And the Wolverines didn't get much set up. Cutshaw hassling the player, now here's Kirkley out of the zone, or out of the box. And the puck stolen off the stick of Cutshaw. Here's Cutshaw with a tip in front and guides it just wide. Room at the point, it's ball. He'll shoot. Tipped again in front by Kirkvliet up over the top of the crossbar. Kirkvliet on it again. Stick handles, but he's played nicely there by number 24, Fisher. And they still battle. Fisher gets a little rough with Cutshaw. No penalty. Kirkvliet has it, whips it toward the net, and hits the defenseman. There's a steal by Cutshaw. Sends it in front. Kirkvliet shoots. Save Bilson. Kirkvliet has it again. Sends it in front, and Cutshaw miscues. That one sent, and it crosses the line. The Aggies will have to retreat on the delay. And they will. 3:30 left in the opening period. It's 2-0. The Aggies on top. In stride, UVU works it into the zone. They'll shoot. St. Pritchard. Loose puck. They jam away. And the whistle will sound. There's an opportunity there for Powell, 77. As he was looking for a loose puck. Joel Clark, number 8, showed some good speed to carry the puck into the zone. Austin Lang, some skating through the neutral zone. He'll head right to the front of the net and finally forced wide. Blauer wants the puck in front, and Lang will fan on the pass. He'll give it to Catlin. He'll wind and shoot, and that's knocked down as it hit Powell. Catlin again has the puck. 3 wide, the Aggies to the blue line. Blauer has to hurry as he was standing flat-footed right there on the line. Wolverines clear, and it's Westlake. Westlake, one hand on a stick, into the zone, shoots, and a save Bilson. As Westlake from the high slot let a good-looking shot go. That was labeled for inside that far post. Westlake again shoots. Rising shot will catch the glass. And now Lang to the point for Rene. Oh, he fans on the pass. Now he's attacked, and the puck nearly sent out. But it's picked up. Side of the net. Catlin wants to slide it in. Catlin again. Still on it. Now sends it to Blauer. Blauer for Catlin. It comes to the point. Chandler Catlin holds the puck along the hash marks and waits. He'll drift it in behind the net. Blauer waits for it. Brandon Blauer looks at Rene, holds. He'll come across the ice for Westlake. Chip it toward the net, and just over the crossbar. Blauer hustles in behind the net, has a man in front. Instead, he goes to Catlin deep in the corner. Chandler Catlin, now Blauer. It's laying in front. Catlin shoots and hits a whole herd of defensemen in front of Bilson. Blauer wants it. Now Westlake. He didn't get much on that shot, but UVU can't clear the zone. Now they will, as that was some big pressure by Utah State. A good shift there for the fourth line for Utah State. And some good work from both Blauer and Chandler Catlin. Top line for the Aggies back on with 1:25. Kirkvliet ends up with the puck. Tries to use a defenseman as a screen. And good positioning there from Peck. Looses the puck. Shot, score! David Higgs! Shot through the screen. Bar down for David Higgs. He ripped it off the crossbar. The puck bounces right down into the net. Higgs was way out in the high slot. straight away, saw the net. All the way. Kirk the lead again on the puck. 3-on-2 the Aggies. Kirk the lead around the defense. Send it in front. Shot to save Bilson. A nifty one-timer there from McJimsey. Sharp play from Kirk the lead along the wall. Sends it across. Picked up by UVU. They'll just send it down. That'll be settled by Higgs as we're just under a minute to play. Herman has it again. He's back checked beautifully by Fisher. It's Kirkville though who shoots. That's tipped. Up and out of play. Should be a faceoff inside the Wolverine zone. There's Walton who wants to add one here late in the period. Hunter Wood on it. Walton now again in the corner. Has his stick lifted, but he holds the puck. Dagan Walton along the wall. Oh, he loses an edge. And comes all the way to the point. There's a good shot from Chase Ball. And a better save by Bilson. He'll saw it all the way. Big check by Drew Decker, and Walton has the puck. Dagan Walton sends it to the point. The Aggies will look to shoot. Tip! Loose puck in front. They jam away at it. But UVU able to clear. We're down to 5 seconds left in the period. They scoop it hot. Picked up and sent in. Off the stick of Hunter Doyle. The horn will sound, and the Aggies end the opening period with 3 goals on the board. We'll take a break and be back with second period action from the Eccles Ice Arena in North Logan, Utah. All right, some cool things tonight. The players are wearing a special name on the back of their jerseys for Dagan Walton. It's his grandfather's name, which is pretty cool. And Chris Cutsall, a shout out to your family out in Oregon. Let's see, Debbie. Elmira, Oregon. And Uncle Bruce Cutshaw, Chris has his jersey dedicated to him tonight. So you guys out there in Oregon, enjoy the game tonight. All right, here you go, Stephanie Walton. We're going to see how good this camera works, if we can spot in on a couple of guys. There's a guy with the cowboy hat. And your husband, Indy Walton, over there. All the way from Soldotna, Alaska. On the top row, standing up. So a shout out to those two hockey fans right there. Family to Dagan Walton. All right, we get set for second period action. The Aggies move from left to right now. And we do know it is Coulter Pritchard in net. Thanks for all the tips to help me out there. As we review shots on goal. 20 shots on goal for the Aggies with 3 scores. And UVU 7 shots on goal, no scores yet in the game. And welcome all of you from UVU, the Wolverines tonight. All right, Utah State's #1 fan. It's Haley Schwanevelt with us tonight. What do you think of the game so far?
It's really good. I'm really impressed with how they're playing.
Nice. What do you think of the stadium? I can't believe, look how many people are here tonight.
I love it. When I first got here, there's usually not this many people for UVU, but I'm glad that there is.
And what about looking forward for the Beehive? How many games are you going to attend?
Hopefully all of them. It's my birthday weekend, so I've got to be here.
I love it. Should be 4 good games next weekend. We'll preview those again before the night's over. The Aggies going to hold the puck in the UVU zone. It's McJimsey who reverses direction, sends it behind the net, hustling over is Westlake. The puck gets through him and all the way to the neutral zone. It's Kirk Vliet who picks it up, and it comes to McJimsey near side. He'll send it in on the cross-ice dump, and it's Herman and Kirk Vliet who charge into the corner. And UVU has some trouble clearing the zone. Right in front, it is Kirk Vliet. He'll spin and shoot and catch the glass. In deep is C.J. Westlake on the puck. Tries to send it behind the net. It's intercepted there by Cook. He can't clear the zone. It's McJimsey who holds it in the corner. C.J. Westlake still in deep. And picked up again by the Aggies' top line. McJimsey shoots and scores! Morgan McJimsey picks up a loose puck in the high slot. He rifles it into that top right-hand corner. And right off the bat, here in the second period, the Aggies have another one on the board. So what's the best game you've watched so far this year, Haley?
Oh, you know, I went to Weber the first game. I enjoyed that.
That
it was
really
close,
good. Yeah.
but I liked it.
Did you go to Utah?
No, I didn't. I heard it was good, though.
That was a good hockey game in Utah on the Aggies schedule coming up here in the near future. 2 more games still with the University of Utah, the D1 program. Out of Salt Lake, it's Decker who plays it for the Aggies. And it's Hunter Wood who throws his shoulder. But UVU picks up the loose puck. They'll skate it out of the zone. Now chip it in deep and charge forward. On the forecheck, it's picked up by the Aggies, though. And they'll send it right back out of the zone. Should be an icing coming up. No, they wave it off. As Decker hustles in, sends it in front. Walton chips at it, can't bang it home. The referee loses sight of the puck. He'll blow the whistle. And a stoppage of play there. Did you watch any of the games from Arizona?
Oh, yeah, those are always good.
So that was a good time a couple of weeks ago down there. They played Williston, was kind of a rough and tough game. And the NAU game that the Aggies lost down there. NAU comes to the Beehive next week, which should be an awesome game.
Oh, it should. I didn't know they were coming.
Williston comes, NAU comes, Northern Colorado comes, and ASU there.
Oh, those should all be good games then.
Wolverines intercept the pass. But no more as it's loose in the neutral zone. Fernandez, nope, it's not Fernandez. I gotta look and see who number 8 is tonight again. That's Austin Moser, who took a pretty good shoulder check. Higgs throws a strike across the ice, and it's held there by Moser. He'll spin off the wall and drop it back to his D-man. Now with speed. Into the zone come the Aggies, shoot and score again! And a nifty little stick handling play there. As the Aggies pitch it up right under the crossbar, Austin Moser has himself a spectacular goal. I don't know, Haley, it's getting out of hand.
Hey, I like it. I like the close games, but I also like winning, so I'm good with this.
Well said. Oh, my. Only the second year for the Wolverines in the league, as we mentioned. And we want them to keep growing the program. We love the in-state competition. Here's Gavin Lubin. He'll skate end to end, send it in on Bilson. Catches the high puck, drops it, and shovels it to the corner. Still loose. As Blauer comes over, throws his shoulder. Picked up there. And a big check again. That'll be a penalty. And now a little bit of feisty business right in front of the net as Blauer takes exception, and he wants to throw some punches. Blauer still tied up in front. And that's Austin Lang, not Blauer with the long hair there. As Austin Lang got a little feisty in front of the net. Oh my. You gotta love a full house, right?
Oh, I love it.
Oh. Now still going after it. A couple of players as now they come after Gavin Lubin. And it's the captain, Fisher, who wants a piece of Gavin Lubin. That's La Martina, number 4 for the Wolverines, who kept things stirred up. David Higgs on the ice, and he's not too mixed up in things. That's a surprise. He usually gets right in there and tries to stir the pot.
Yeah. He's usually like the only one, too.
That's right. I think a little bit of a high stick up on Austin Lang. And he got a little bit feisty there with La Martina. They bring Gavin Lubin over to sit in the box as well. Let's make sure we have that right, Haley. 17. It is Gavin Lubin. We know that's his number, but it's weird camouflage night tonight, so things are a bit stirred up.
And a lot of them have the different names on the back.
That's true. So tell me your favorite player this season.
Oh, gee.
That you like to watch. Tell me in years past. Who have you liked in years past?
Years past. Okay, so Alex, oh, what's his name? They used to call him the Sexy Beast.
That was before my time. Oh, yeah. That was right before I started.
Yeah, I liked him. I always liked the Gibbons, Sean, and older brother. And,
Brian, yeah.
Brian the years past. But
they
now
were awesome.
I think one of my favorite players is probably Austin. I love watching him in the goal.
Austin Willenborg, nice.
He does a good job.
He plays great. So they have a little bit of a problem there with the scorers table. There's usually a hole right there that they talk to the scorekeepers. And some beer league player took a slap shot and broke the glass.
Oh, my.
He hit it just right on that hole, shattered the glass. So they put a new pane in, but it does not have a hole. So that's why the scorekeepers are standing there on the ice so they can keep track.
Oh, what are the odds of that happening?
And I know. And that's going to be rough with all the games next week.
Oh,
or the
it
next
is.
week. They can't hear anything. So.
Well, that couldn't have happened at a worse time.
I know. That's going to be a little bit tough with the Beehive coming up. So in the penalty box is Gavin Lubin and Austin Lang for the Aggies. And for the for the UVU Wolverines, it's number 9. That's going to be the captain, Fisher. And number 24 looks like Fisher as well. Fisher and Fisher in the box. And they bring an extra player over. It's number 5, Dustin Peck. Brady Fisher, Trevor Fisher, Dusty Peck all in the box for UVU. That result will be a 2-minute power play to the visiting team, and it looks like there's going to be an ejection or a 10-minute game misconduct for Austin Lang as he is escorted off the ice, and that's going to bring CJ Westlake over to serve the penalty. Hopefully that's just a 10-minute game misconduct and not a suspension for Lang as the Beehive comes up. Next weekend. Well, they don't bring Westlake over. He was just escorting medical staff back across the ice, and they will bring a player over. It's going to be Hunter Wood who serves the penalty for Austin Lang. Now, shout out to the Decker family watching from Minnesota. Hopefully that snowstorm that you had a little while ago is gone. Hey, we're still good out here. Good weather, right, Haley?
Oh, beautiful. I hope it stays.
It's not going to, just so you know.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Herman along the hash marks as the Aggies have a power play. They just have it on the wrong side. Oh, no, they have it right. A penalty on the visitor side, so a 2-minute power play to the Aggies. Herman sends it out in front. As looking for a tip is Big Todd Renee, who stands in front of the netminder. Cutshaw will drift it in, and Westlake has it now. Cutshaw right along the blue line. Kirk the lead now. Again, it's Westlake, or Cutshaw. He shoots, and that is just wide of the post. It wraps around all the way down the boards. Westlake leaves it for Cutshaw. Dangerous play there as the Wolverines, short-handed, chip it into the Aggie zone. Herman will send it across. It's picked up by Josh Kirkvliet. He wants to go around a defender. He ends up behind the net. Kirkvliet still holds and cycles, shoots. Oh, and that's tipped in front. Looks like it went off a defender, up and out of play, but a hot shot there off the stick of Josh Kirkvliet. The Aggies will make a line change. So a minute left in the power play for the Aggies. It's 5-0, the Aggies with a lead. Here in the early goings of the second period, it's Higgs looking backdoor shot. Oh, and a good looking play there as Moser gathered a puck and shot it over the crossbar. David Higgs again looking cross ice on that backdoor play again. Still looking, he holds. Now he'll change position and drift deep into the corner. Send it behind the net, and the Wolverines take it away and clear the zone. Coulter Pritchard forced to play it. As charging into the zone was number 8 for the Wolverines. Into the zone, it's Moser. He'll send it behind Bilson. And only 10 seconds remaining in the penalties. Aggies, top of the face-off circle, they hold. Wait, shoot, through a screen, just missed. And Bilson made some good saves on that. Power play as it comes to an end. And the Wolverines back up full strength. 5 minutes gone by here in the second period. And it's picked up by Morgan McJimsey in stride and gains the blue line. It's Blauer who's there with him. McJimsey with speed tries to wrap around and a save by Bilson. He'll hold and the Aggies will complete a line change. The penalized players all out of the box. And the team's at full strength. So who'd you bring with you tonight, Maddie? Just a sister?
Yep, Maddie. Me and Maddie, always.
All right. I watched her play some fast pitch softball this season. She's awesome.
Hey, she's doing pretty good. This is her last year.
She played great.
Yeah.
3-on-2. The Aggies into the zone if they hurry. It's Decker alone in front, and he got too deep. In front, he sends the puck, and Walton can't pop it in. Now Blauer. A little bit of pushing and shoving in front of the net as he and Corbet exchange words, or Corbett. Have to be a little fancy.
Yeah.
So Haley is my neighbor, and I had no idea you were a hockey fan. Living so close to me because I'm kind of hockey crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And now I know you are. I don't feel too bad.
I love it. Ever since, I think I started coming to these games when I was in 6th grade and haven't quit since.
Oh, my. There's only one problem, though. She's a Chicago Blackhawk fan.
I don't know if I'd call that a problem.
I don't know. I don't think there are any other Chicago Blackhawk fans on our entire broadcast. If they are, go ahead and type it in there on YouTube. Just type in your favorite team is what I want to know.
There you go. You can't go wrong with Patrick
Type your favorite team in the comment section. A shout out to you, Joni Westlake from Texas. And I'm going to look again how you said that. Saxe, Texas, S-A-X-E-E. I have no idea where that's at, but we're happy to have you on the broadcast tonight. And hello, Kay Noble. Shout out to Chase Ball and his family who are watching the broadcast tonight. He's had some quality minutes so far in the game tonight. There's an icing.
I love watching from up here. It's like a whole new world.
Well, from here?
Yeah.
Nice. And you add a little bit of sound to it, changes the game a little bit, right?
I like it a lot.
Nice. Oh, we have a good time over here. Kind of jammed in here tonight because there are a lot of people. It's standing room only here at the Eccles Ice Arena. I got a note there that said you couldn't hear. Hopefully our volume is still good. Here's a steal by Dagan Walton. Wants to shoot. Instead, send it in front. Looking for a tip was Drew Decker. It's Decker on the puck. He wills it into the corner. And Walton has it chopped off his stick. Walton right back on it, though. And he shouldered off the puck. The Wolverines control. Schofield made a good play there. It's picked up by number 10, Piper. And he still has it, but he absorbed a big check. Renee has it. He'll shoot. That's knocked down up high, and picking it up in stride is La Martina. A beautiful poke check there from Westlake. And the puck is free. It's on the stick of Cutshaw. Now Renee has his pocket picked, and the Wolverines send it to the high slot. That's tipped in front and off the crossbar, I think. Number 77 with a good piece of it is Powell. There's a slap shot. Not getting much was number 13, Oliver. He'd like to have that attempt back. Puck loose in the Aggie zone. The Wolverines look to dig it away. It's Walton. who has his stick lifted. He lets the puck go. 2-on-1. Here come the Aggies. It's Cutshaw with Hunter Wood. Cutshaw to Wood. Shot. Score! Oh, a save by Bilson. I'm sure he put that in.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, my.
That looks so good.
Oh, my. A beautiful pass from Chris Cutshaw and Hunter Wood. I thought for sure that was in the net. Hunter Wood, he made a corner. He's already on the bench. I think he's kind of upset there. At full speed, charged right to the bench. I thought for sure that was in the net. I think Wood had all that far side to shoot at, and he came back to the center of the net. And Bilson was there, made the save. I guarantee you Hunter's going to look at that highlight all night.
Yeah, I would.
Me too. I'd be upset all night. There's a big check from Samuel Lindquist as he makes his presence known. Here in the second period. Bilson plays it forward, now in stride. Here come the Wolverines. They'll chip it deep. And racing after it is Corbett. He's ridden to the wall. And it's picked up by number 8, Clark. Clark ridden out of the play by Cutshaw. The puck comes free, and it's in the skates of Moser and picked up by number 13, Oliver. Oliver's going to use the net for protection, then come back near side. Working it up the Wolverines, and there's a pass out of the reach of Powell. He made a good effort, but couldn't catch it. Now spinning in his own zone is number 5, Peck. And that's a mistake as Peck rifles it off the boards. It goes the length of the ice. It'll be an icing. With 8 minutes gone by here in the second period, it's 5-0. The Aggies on top. You ever try that popcorn they have down here?
Oh, yeah. I love it.
You can't come to a game without that.
No, you can't. Part of the experience.
That's right. What do they call that? It's not just regular Calmer popcorn. What is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Kettle corn.
Yeah.
Kettle corn.
That's it.
She cooks it up right here at the rink. Behind the net, they send it in front for Cutshaw, who fans on the shot. And a spinning shot is in the net! And a crazy goal is second of the night for number 16, Morgan McJimsey. McJimsey just kind of spins with the puck there. And right along the ice, the puck finds the back of the net.
Hey, he's been good tonight.
And that's 2 goals for McJimsey tonight. He's looking for the hat trick on military night.
I'm here for it.
Awesome. I don't have a hat to throw, but I should always carry a hat in my bag.
We should.
Top line for the Aggies, it's Kirk Vliet, and he's pressured. Spins along the wall, still on the puck. Good pressure there, or good handling there by Josh Kirkvliet. Herman tries to bank it in from below the red line and gathers the puck, sends it across, winding, shooting, and a save by Bilson. The Aggies look for a rebound. He's going to hang on as Lubin hit the net with a pretty good slap shot. The Aggies in control. Midway through the game, it's 6-0. All right, what's your lucky number, Haley? How many goals do you think the Aggies will score tonight?
You know, I'm all about the even numbers, so I'm good for 4, 6.
How many more do you think we're going to get?
Oh.
What's our total goals for the game? Right now we have 6.
I think we'll get at least 4 more.
So 10?
Yeah.
I have 10. Lane has 12. You have 10.
Okay.
We'll see how it works
2
out.
10s and a 12.
Yeah. We'll have to
I'm
ask
good with
Shaylee.
that.
Well, I can't remember what Shaylee said. She's got a number here, too. Into the zone. The Aggies work. Good defense there by Schofield as he forces the puck along the wall. He'll drift it behind Bilson, and it's picked up there by number 11, Cook. And Cook absorbed a big check for his efforts. It's Blauer on it, sends it in front. It's picked up by Kirkvliet, who whistles it wide and around the boards and down the ice. Lubin pressured in his own zone. He's double teamed there. Now he comes away with the puck, but it's picked up and chipped forward. Lubin absolutely wiped out his man. That was Clark. But the Wolverines hold it in. They send a shot forward. Now it's going to be Lang. Lang into the zone with some space. Shoots. Score! Austin Lang. Kind of a mini breakaway. He made a fake and then just calmly drift the puck inside the far post. A dandy from Lang. The Aggies 7-0. And the Wolverines will make a change in goal. Conrad is going to be the new netminder for the Wolverines.
He's been a fun player to watch this season, that number 10.
Austin Lang has. He's had some quality minutes.
Yeah.
Only a freshman here at Utah State. Behind the net, the Aggies send it in front, and Blauer can't chip it in. Hunter Doyle is in, wearing number 1. I had to remind myself as Conrad holds the post. And now some fisticuffs again as players cross-check each other in front of the net. It's Chandler Catlin, who wanted a piece of Dustin Peck there. He's got to go after the biggest player on their team, of course. And a retaliation penalty to Dustin Peck. It should be Chandler Catlin in the box for the Aggies, but he's going to get a break as the Aggies go on the power play. A nice pass across, catches the Aggies in stride, in the zone, looking across, score! A tap-in goal. That's a beautiful play from Samuel Lindquist with speed. Sends the puck across, the Aggies tap it into the nets. Oh, my.
Man, maybe we should have went with 12.
Yeah, we might be in trouble, you and I. Samuel Lindquist with speed. That goal was all Samuel Lindquist as he carried the puck in along the far side, then just sent it right in front of the net. The Aggies tap it in. I think they're going to give the goal to number 14. That's Rob Duquet, but we'll listen for the announcements. Rene along the blue line, sends it deep. Walton has it. He's bodied off the puck, but he gets it back. Walton, a beautiful pass across. Now Rene, slap shot, and that's a save by Conrad. He let it go after the whistle. And Andrew Piper had a few words for Rene, who let it go after the whistle. It'll take all three of those guys if they want to get Rene.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, my. So we're still skating even strength. I don't know why they have. Oh, where did our penalty guy go?
Oh, I don't know.
See, I don't know what's going on up here. I need someone to help me. Oh, the Aggie fight song comes out. It was number 8, Austin Moser, the goal scorer. For the Aggies, that's his second goal of the night. Walton fights to hold the zone. It comes to Decker. Decker pitches it into the corner. Well, Walton picks it up. Hunter Woods out in front. Walton sends the puck. Shot. And off the post by Renee. And Renee scores on the rebound. The first one off the post, and Renee picks it up on the other side of the net and rifles it in. The big guy's on the board. I think we're in trouble, Haley.
I think so. You're guessing way too low.
Only one more to get us at 10. I don't know. Lane might be earning dinner tonight.
Period.
No, I know. And there's still there's almost 9 minutes left in this one.
Yeah.
And the Wolverines going to call a timeout. This can be a little bit demoralizing, you know?
It can.
It's tough because the Aggies have to keep the pressure on because they have 4 games next week, and you want to be in game mode. You don't want to be taking your foot off the gas. It kind of mess with you, I think, but then you don't want to blow out the other team and demoralize them too bad, so what do?
I know. It's a tough situation. You know, you kind of feel bad for them. You know, I think they're getting better, though, every year. They get a little better, you know. It's new. You said how long have they had a hockey team?
Second year.
Second year.
And look how many guys they have. I mean, they have a whole bench of guys.
Yeah.
They have a lot of players. They may even have more players than BYU.
I think they might.
A good atmosphere here from the Eccles Ice Arena for sure. Everyone feeling good. In the driver's seat of the Aggies, 9-0 on a Friday night. Lauer wins the faceoff, but all the way into his own zone. And the teams hustle back. Good skating there from Blauer. And now on it, moving forward is Blauer again. He's double teamed and ridden out of the play. Into the zone come the Wolverines. And a good poke check there from Westlake, and the puck's loose along the far wall. It comes in behind Pritchard, where the Wolverines look to dig it out, but Blauer's going to come away with it. He sends it up the wall to Lang. On the loose puck, slapped toward the net by Brady Peck, number 5. And it's picked up by Westlake behind the net. It surveys and now comes out. Peels off far side before he's ridden out of the play. And the Wolverines control the action. They'll send it forward. It tipped a player on this side of the red line, so no icing this time as the puck's picked up by number 24, Fisher. As after the timeout, the Wolverines have held the zone at Schofield with a head down. Luckily for him, Catlin let him off the hook, had him lined up with a head down. Blauer fans on the pass, and it's picked up by the Wolverines. They're into the zone, some nice skating, and a shot as they use Westlake as a screen, and that puck just over the net. Nice play by number 10, Andrew Piper, as he had some nifty skating going on and had a big burst of speed as he came into the zone. Puck's gobbled up, and Austin Moser comes forward. 2-on-1 for the Aggies. Moser shoots and fought off by Conrad. He had Lindquist on the other side, but Moser decided to shoot. Lindquist plants himself in front of the net. Now behind the cage, and they'll send it up to Lubin. Lubin settles a puck off the wall, and the Aggies get it deep again. It's Lindquist, and he's ridden off the play. Good back check there by the Wolverines. Skating it forward is number 4, LaMartina. But he gives it away. The Aggies have it back. It comes to Moser. Moser with a head up, looking for Cutshaw. Cutshaw gathers the puck, looks to shoot, save Conrad. Cutshaw dragging the puck from behind himself through his legs and got the puck on net. There's a nifty move by Piper, but he has his pocket picked. It's Lindquist who plays catch, and it's Cutshaw who sends a little snapshot wide of the post. Lubin's got it, and there's going to be a penalty. And it's going to be against the Aggies. The Wolverines are going to go to the power play. Nope, I was wrong. The net got knocked off the mooring, and they'll just reset. Alex Herman picks the puck off the wall, tries to get it to Kirkville. 3-on-2 for the Wolverines if they hurry. 3-on-1 into the zone, winding, shooting from the blue line. Goodness gracious, skate that baby in and make a pass.
Might as well.
As they had the numbers 3-1 and they shoot from the blue line. So you hear Lane over there talking. He doesn't even have a headset. He knows what's going on. The Aggies will shoot. Score! Josh Kirkville puts one up in the top corner. And there's 10. Oh, no. Man, they got to get a different glass in there. It's going to be a bad weekend.
That's going to be rough.
It'll be so hard for those scorekeepers.
Yeah, they'll hate that.
She's already been complaining. She came up here and complained between periods up here.
I would too.
Lang's going to kick at the puck. That means no icing. Oh, Lang got a piece. But the linesman says no. And with 5:38, we'll have a face-off inside the Aggie zone. Oh, and a steal, and here comes Chandler Catlin all alone into the zone. Stick handles, waits, shoots. Put a save by Conrad. Oh, Catlin with all kinds of time, and he tried to drift it in along the ice and go 5-hole, and Conrad stayed with it, got a pad. Down on that butterfly position, made the save. There's a shot from Blauer, and then he takes a big shot after the play. That's number 9, Brady Fisher, who got up high on Blauer. The Wolverines will try to clear the zone, and they do. Picked up by LaMartina, and LaMartina is going to look for some open ice. He finds some, and it's poke checked by Lang. LaMartina now bodied up along the wall by Lubin, and now Lubin's going to skate forward. Has his pocket picked. The puck's loose in the zone. 2-on-1 to the Wolverines, and a beautiful defensive play there by Chase Ball. It's Lang on the puck. 4-on-2. Here come the Aggies. Ball, drop pass, and it's out of the reach of Lang, but David Higgs has it, and a save by Conrad. And the Aggies are going to score from behind the net on the far side. It's going to be Blauer. It might be Brandon Blauer who puts one in. Well, there's 11. And the Aggies on a roll. here at home after a big road trip to Arizona, and then the very next weekend they pack up their gear and head to Boise. First home game in quite a while. So we'll listen to the announcement, see who picked up that one. The Wolverines have a man deep, but they can't pick him up, and a great check by Westlake as he wipes out a player. Renee's got the puck, and he tried to throw a check on Renee, and that didn't happen.
Hardly budges.
As Powell tried to put a shoulder into him, Dagan Walton, plenty of room to skate. Walton into the zone, looks across, shoots, and a save by Conrad. And the Wolverines starting to look a little bit tired, buddy. I'm telling you. 11 goals, 11-0 right now. It's got to be tough to keep your head in the game if you're a Wolverine skater. They win that face-off, and it's going to come on the stick at number 5. Peck reverses direction. It is into the zone. Work the Wolverines. That's picked off by Renee. He just puts a player on his back and controls the action. Renee now for Westlake, and with a head up, Westlake is going to play some patient hockey as he sets it up behind Coulter Pritchard. Now Westlake skates it forward. And he'll be ridden out of the play, and there's a good check by Fisher. Behind the net, it's Hunter Wood. He wants to send it in front. That's knocked down. Wood still on it. And his centering pass this time, nobody's home. Here's a chance 2-on-1 for the Wolverines. Is in the work, shoot, and that's knocked down by Renee. Comes to the high slot. The Wolverines will shoot, and that's wide. And Coulter Pritchard got a piece. There's a spinning shot, and Pritchard makes another save. As number 9, Fisher, the captain, put a good shot on net. Looks like there's an injured player for the Wolverines. That's Fisher. He was bodied up hard along the wall over here. As he goes over to the front of the Aggie bench and tries to get a little feisty with players that are sitting on the bench over there. And they're going to send Hunter Wood off the ice. That was rancid. I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah. People aren't happy about it.
I didn't even see what happened. I know there was a play here along the wall.
Yeah.
Which sent Fisher holding his arm to the bench and Hunter Wood to the dressing room. And it's a 5-minute major penalty. On the board it says 16, which is Morgan McJimsey. I can't figure out why Hunter Wood then was sent to the locker room. So a 5-minute major penalty assessed to Utah State. And a golden opportunity for the Wolverines to get on the board. LaMartina sends one in and a good blocker save by Coulter Pritchard. Fantastic save actually. And there's a miscue. And should be a penalty coming up here for holding the stick by LaMartina. And they let him off the hook, no penalty coming as the puck sent along the wall. Nifty play off the boards, into the zone come the Wolverines. A bouncing puck. And it's chipped to the line, but no further. Held there by Cook. Sends it along the hash marks, it's LaMartina. And he'll drift it into the corner behind the net. And controlling the action there is Oliver. He skates around. Into that other corner. And they'll send a cross-ice dump in where it's picked up by number 10, Piper. Piper sends it to the point, and it's played there toward the net. Now into the corner, it's LaMartina. He'll shoot and send one off the outside of the net. LaMartina sends it in front. Nobody's home. The Aggies will pick it up. Hey, we have 2 Olivers here for the Wolverines. 13-3. Hey, that's easy to remember.
Yeah.
Fisher's got it, sends it out in front. Had a player there, but over skating is LaMartina. It comes to the neutral zone, and Brady Peck, a dangerous pass across the ice, and it's picked up and moved in by Cook. Cook adjusts his speed. He's deep in the corner. Ball plays defense. Cook still on it, has Peck at the point. Along the hash marks he holds. Now he's got Peck along the blue line. Wrist shot, score!
Oh.
And that changed directions in front of the net and gets through Coulter Pritchard. That hit an Aggie player in front and gets through Pritchard. The Wolverines on the board with 1:23 left in the second period. That is a power play goal. Still 3 minutes, 13 seconds assessed in the minor penalty. They say McJimsey, and he sits in the box. We think the penalty went to Hunter Wood, and we'll check that at the intermission. Into the zone, the Wolverines looking for another one, and Todd Renee stands up a player and nullifies the threat. He's completely upended. There was number 8, Joel Clark, and he's lucky to get up after he got steamrolled by Todd Renee. Wolverines will send it across, and a nifty play to carry it into the zone from Trevor Fisher. Fisher in the corner. He's challenged by Renee. He's still on the puck. Fisher has a man open at the point. It's Peck. He still holds along the hash mark. Now he tries to go to Peck, and that's going to be intercepted. Hustling down is Lindquist. Has Kirkvliet screaming down the slot. Sends it across. Shot saved by Conrad. What a pass by Lindquist. A big saucer pass and dropped it right in front. Josh Kirkvliet. Lindquist having an awesome game. He's not on the score sheet as far as goals yet, but he's played fantastic. Kirkvliet's got the puck. Now he'll have an opportunity. He shrugs off a man and he comes into the zone. It's Lindquist. He'll crisscross. Now Lindquist heads to the front of the net. Drop pass, and it hit a player in front as Lindquist was trying to sniff it out. Behind the net, Lindquist has it again. Sends it in front. The horn will sound, and the end of the period comes. It's tied up in front of the net is Kirkvliet, and he's going to have words with Oliver. Kirkvliet and Oliver continue to chatter. We've reached the second intermission. It's 11-1. The Aggies with the commanding lead. We'll take a break here for second period action and be back with the third period after this. Cool. Hi, Maddie. We're underway here in the third period. 11-1, the Aggies in control of the game here against UVU. Start the period with UVU on the power play. The major penalty to number 16 on the board is to Morgan McJimsey. We think it was 24 Hunter Wood, but nevertheless, McJimsey's on the box for another minute and 10 seconds. The Wolverines have the puck set up in the zone. They drift to the high slot, shooting a kick saved by Pritchard. Rebound, backhand, another save by Pritchard. And the puck dribbles to the corner, picked up again by the Wolverines. They want to come out in front. Instead, they drift it over to Pack. It's out of his reach. And he's into the corner, ridden to the wall. The puck comes free. Westlake can't knock it out of the zone. Now he does. 2-on-1. Here come the Aggies. Hits Westlake and Herman. Sends it across. Herman on his offhand. Shoots, and a save by Conrad. And the puck now behind the Wolverine net. All right, now we have Haley's sister, Maddie. How are you?
Good.
Good. Are you a hockey fan, too?
Oh, definitely.
I know. You're here to all the games with Haley. You're a high school student, right?
Yep.
A senior?
I'm a senior.
Nice, almost done.
Yep.
You gonna come down and go to school with Haley?
Yeah, I just got
Sweet.
accepted this week.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Nice. I love it. It's fantastic. So a new Aggie coming to school. That's great.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Wolverines 3 wide, gain the center line. They'll drift it over, and it's picked up by number 77. That's Powell. He's into the zone. Then challenged by Lubin, who throws a good check. Blauer's over to help. And behind his own net, Brandon Blauer has the puck. Wants to send it behind, but plenty of skating room for Blauers. He skates out in front of Pritchard, gains the center line, into the zone, onside, drifts it forward. And Chandler Catlin can't bang it home. Walton tries. Conrad still digs away at it. And they say it's in? No. The puck's in the net, but the referee blew the whistle. I don't think the Aggies are going to be credited with a goal here, but maybe. What do you think, Maddie? Did you see it? I didn't see it in.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Me either. Well, they're playing music as if somebody scored. So some of us are dancing, but I don't know. It's on the board. The Aggies with a score here to start the third period. It's going to be an even strength goal. It may go to Dagan Walton. We'll see. The referee never pointed to the back of the net. So they did give it to number 9, Dagan Walton. He was banging away in front of the net and comes away with a goal. Blauer is on again. A lot of minutes for Brandon Blauer tonight. Here's Catlin will shoot a rising shot, and Lang's ducking and turning his head as that rising shot nearly catches Austin Lang in the head. All right, Maddie, your sister Haley told me her favorite player. What do you say?
My favorite player is probably Morgan McJimsey.
Of course. The way he throws the shoulder and plays physical, you got to love that.
Yeah.
It's Schofield, but it's Cutshaw who takes the puck away. Cutshaw along the hash marks far side, survey, sends it to the point. He's got it back and sends it across, and that's intercepted, but David Higgs is going to hold it at the line. Schofield with an extra effort, and it's LaMartina who brings it out of the zone for the Wolverines. LaMartina is going to skate back into his own zone, make a dangerous pass. But the Wolverines able to clear. There's Lindquist upended, wants the penalty, and he's going to draw one here as Lindquist got the wheels going. He was upended. Oh, they're not going to give a penalty to number 7, Corbett. He got tied up with Lindquist, hauled him down on the hook, and they let him get away. Face off in the Wolverine zone, a loose puck. Chipped forward by Got to look at my numbers again for number 1. Loose puck at the side of the net. Chipping away at it is Decker. He's upended. Corbett's going to hold it. The puck ends up in the net, and this time they emphatically wave it off. That's Hunter Doyle, number 1. Some quality minutes here in the game and in the third period. Wolverines control the action off the faceoff. And a beautiful check by Westlake. An excellent hip check from C.J. Westlake. Behind the net, the Aggies sweep away at the puck. It's Todd Renee who ties it up there. Chipped off the stick, and now the Aggies challenged, and around Peck, it's Hunter Doyle. Doyle with speed, puts on the brakes, and he's ridden out of the play on a good check. By number 3, that's Oliver. Turnover again by the Wolverines. A drop pass to Walton. He wants to shoot, and it's sticked aside by Conrad. In the corner, it's Lubin. He'll throw a shoulder. It's Walton. He's got the puck. Now it comes free and work to the neutral zone. Walton's going to, or Hunter Doyle's going to hold it at the line, and the top line for the Aggies on the ice. It's Kirk, the lead on the forecheck. Sends it behind the net. Nifty play there to maintain the puck for the Wolverines. Now they give it away in the neutral zone. It's picked up by number 14 for the Aggies. I got to check my sheet again. 14, Rob Duquet. There's a shot. It hits McJimsey in front. He's looking for the hat trick. He fans on the shot. McJimsey sends it in front, and Herman can't bang it in. McJimsey again. On the puck it comes to Dave Higgs. He'll drift it behind the net. In front is McJimsey, and the puck's tipped harmlessly to the near corner. McJimsey's on it again. Pitches it to the corner. It's Kirk, the lead, around one man. Now has a lane to shoot. He's forced wide by Fisher, drops it to the point. Good play by Fisher. They look for McJimsey again, and this is going to be gloved down. It's Higgs, shoots, and he's looking for his second goal of the night. It's tipped just wide, and Kirk Vliet has it. Looks at a man at the point, but stays on the puck. High slot, shoots, and a rising shot over the crossbar. The puck spins to the corner, and it's Herman behind the net. Sends it out in front. Shot save, Conrad. On it again are the Aggies. McJimsey puts on the brakes along the hash mark, skates to the center of the ice, and that's tipped up and out of play. Both teams will make a change. The top line for the Aggies in stride and on point. All right, who's your favorite NHL team, Maddie?
Oh, the Blackhawks.
Oh, that's what your sister said.
Oh, yeah.
What is your whole house decked out in Blackhawks gear?
Definitely.
Oh, my. All right, never mind. It comes to Catlin. He wants to shoot, and he puts one right on. Conrad looked like Conrad was looking behind him. As Chandler Catlin tried to put one inside the post. Quality minutes tonight for Catlin. And the face-off inside the Wolverine zone. They're hemmed in there by Blauer. He wants to dance out in front where he's got Lang. Austin Lang's on it now, surveys, and his pass looking back door is chipped down, but it's Catlin who saves today. They drop it to Renee. His rising shot doesn't get through, and it's LaMartina for the Wolverines. Chipped off his stick by Renee. Todd Renee makes a move, but he's offside. He caught two teammates across the blue line. They thought he was going to dump. Instead, he held. And it's an offside. Loose puck along the wall. Chase Ball's going to hustle after it. He's got it. He'll have help from Lindquist, who spins in his own zone and sends a pass across. The Wolverines' Peck can't control it. Cutshaw's got it side of the net. Send it out in front. It's in the skates. There's the Aggie player, Austin Moser. Moser throws a check, and it's Gavin Lubin who's got it. Sends it along the wall. It hits Moser in the back of the skates. Lindquist, had a man lined up and let him off the hook. Samuel Lindquist could have sent Oliver down on the ice, and instead pulls up at the last second. Oliver's going to work the puck along the side, and it's taken by Cutshaw. His pass across, too hot, and Peck shovels at it but can't clear the zone. Now Peck has a man tied up along the wall, lets him go. And it's played again by Austin Moser. Now it's Lindquist. His pass off the mark, but Moser's going to make it work. Comes to the top of the circle. And again, it's Moser. He'll dance around one man. Shoot! Save by Conrad as he gloves it. Makes the save. Dukai had a good shift there. Duque, wearing number 14 tonight, had a couple touches. I just didn't know the name and number. 8 minutes expired here in the third period. 12 goals, and that's Lane's magic number. He's hoping for no more, because that means I buy dinner tonight if he hits the mark. The shot spins in, backhand save, rebound, score! Drew Decker, sharp on the rebound, bangs it in. And the fourth line centerman is on the score sheet. You got to love the way Decker and that line is playing tonight, don't you think, Maddie? They've been awesome tonight.
Yeah, that's great.
They have some extra shifts on the third and fourth line with the Aggies in the lead like they are. And with half a period of hockey to play, it looks like some of the fans are headed to Denny's. Schofield's going to intercept it, make a nice pass. And it's poke checked at the last minute, and Higgs is going to control. Nice defensive play there by Duque. Now he's going to spin off on a line change. It's Walton, has the puck just out of his reach. Walton spins away from a big check, sends it out in front, and it's chipped all the way to the neutral zone. Hustling over is Westlake. He'll gather it up and spin back in his own zone as he's pressured there, and then upended as the Wolverine player loses an edge and wipes out C.J. Westlake. There's Kirk the lead on it. Wide open is David Higgs. High slot, waits, still waiting, looking, sends it across, shot, score! Hunter Doyle with a good-looking shot. And there's another freshman happy to be on the score sheet.
Yeah.
There's been a couple tonight. Austin Lang, Hunter Doyle, both freshmen.
That's awesome.
All right, so we were talking before about how awesome you are at fast pitch softball.
Oh, thanks.
Does that mean they play at Utah State? Are you going to keep that going, or is it over?
I hope to play for the rest of my life. But
I got it. Do they have leagues down here, university leagues or teams, or what do they have?
I think they have co-ed teams.
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
They're pretty fun.
That'd be cool. Fast pitch?
No, slow pitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to switch over to slow pitch, but you're awesome at fast pitch.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
I know it. All right, switch over and play slow. Luke Jimsy's on the puck and into the zone. He's hassled there by number 10, Piper. But he's no match for McJimsey. Renee's got it. He's going to send it right on net from the center ice line and nearly handcuffed Conrad. Loose puck in the neutral zone. It's going to be picked up by Kirk the lead. It's out of the reach of La Martina, but he's going to hustle back and poke the check away on a pretty good back check. Kirk the lead sends it across. It's picked up by Westlake, and Westlake just going to slow the pace here as he spins in his own zone. He runs over the official, but maintains his balance. And some nifty skating there. The opening was to the near side. Now the Aggies miss. Should be an icing, and it is. And with 9:37 left in the game, the Aggies in control. It's 14-1. Oh, my. I will say most people are still here, even though it's 14-1. There's a lot of people still here.
Yeah.
Nobody went home. Westlake's going to battle for it, and he's going to have help from Kirk the lead. He'll fan on a clearing attempt, but he regathers. This time he's going to skate it out. Now he loses it off the end of his stick, but McJimsey wants to help, and he does. He chips it high off the boards, and McJimsey has it. Here comes McJimsey. He's around Schofield. He'll shoot, and a save Conrad. He covers. He'll hold for a whistle. Morgan McJimsey, a one-man show. And he'll head off on a line change. So there's awesome games coming up, Maddie. 4 games, the Beehive Classic, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Can you make them all?
Hopefully. Those are the best.
Hopefully you make them all. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I think I'll be here for all 4 as well.
Oh, good.
I wouldn't miss it. They're 4 awesome games. They play Northern Colorado, who's undefeated. They also play Arizona. The Sun Devils, D2 team, that's always a good game because the Sun Devils have a Division I team and then they filter down to Division II and III. They also play Williston State, who will be here for the Beehive, and that is a strong team. They play a lot of D1 teams. And they played Utah State extremely tough down in Prescott. The final matchup of the Beehive will be NAU, and NAU only 1 loss on the season. And they did defeat the Aggies down in Arizona 2 weeks ago. So a rematch with Williston and a rematch with NAU coming up at the Beehive for the Aggies, as well as a first-time meeting of the season for the UNC Bears. UNC tonight is in Williston, North Dakota for 2 games, 1 tonight and 1 tomorrow night, with an undefeated record on the line with a strong Williston team at home. 8:41 left in the game. It's 14-1. The Aggies on top and in control. The Aggies, after a long road trip to Arizona, and then the following weekend in Boise for 2 games, have been sharp here tonight at home. It's Austin Lang who skates it forward. He'll drift it over to Catlin. Catlin, a drop pass to Blauer. He'll chip it forward to Lang, looking for his second goal, backhand. And a save by Conrad. Nifty little play by Lang, and they're going to give him a penalty now. And that's going to be a weak penalty against Austin Lang. He's tied up with a man. They're going to give him the hook. So Austin Lang to the penalty box. It's a 2-minute minor penalty. Gonna stand up there. Plenty of room now, Maddie.
That's great.
I'll stand way over here. You can see better. You don't have to look through Lane. So awesome hockey fans and sisters. It's Haley and Maddie. They're here at almost every game. Plus they're my neighbors, and I love them to death. I always love a good hockey fan and good neighbors, right?
They're the best.
In the corner, the Wolverines control the puck. They'll send it across, and it's picked up. Here come the Wolverines 2-on-2. It's LaMartina. He can't get around David Higgs, and the puck softly behind the net. It's Higgs who controls it. He gives it away, but gets it right back. David Higgs is going to skate it the length of the ice. Peel to the center between 2 defensemen. Shoot, and a save by Conrad. Oh, my, some fancy work by Higgs. He'll shoot, score! Oh, my. There's a hockey clinic from David Higgs. Well, my voice is shot, Maddie. I got to go drink a lot of Pepsi, I think. Maybe that'll help. Westlake is on it. He'll shoot it high and over the top of everyone, except the center fielder, who is number 11. Cook, who bodies it down. Now poke checked away by Herman. Now it's going to be Schofield. He settles a bouncing puck, sends it into the corner. Picked up by the Wolverines. They hold it there. And a tip in front gets through Coulter Pritchard. A fancy looking tip there. Off the stick of Spencer Powell. Shot came in from the point right along the ice, and Powell chipped it. And it goes up over the stick of Coulter Pritchard. 15-2 is the score, as the Wolverines muster another one. They've been playing good tunes here tonight.
Yeah.
It's been a little rough some nights, but hey, they got that girl down there. She rallies it up pretty good this season. Spinning with the puck is number 8 for the Aggies. Lindquist charges forward as well. That's Austin Moser, who's played well. It's Lindquist, gives it to Cutshall. It is shot off the outside of the net. Moser again. Puts on the brakes. Cutshall, a one-timer, and that's off the glass. Lubin's got it. Now it's Moser in front of the net. Loose puck, and Lubin can't bang it in. Now it comes free, but a beautiful play by Chase Ball to hold it in. Deep in the corner is Moser. Moser sends it behind the net. It's Lindquist who has it. He wants Cutshall, and that's going to be intercepted by Oliver. Wolverines need a clear, and they can't get one here as it's held in by Lindquist, and on the second effort, it is worked forward by Oliver. Oliver checked by Ball and still holds. Now it's poked off his stick and out of the zone. La Martinez settles a hot pass, and now it's Oliver with a head up. Sends it forward for Fisher. He waits, sends one across ice. The open man there is number 10, Piper. He'll send one toward the net. Coulter Pritchard makes the save. Coulter Pritchard a little icy down there. Not much work tonight as he stands between the pipes. We're near the 5-minute mark of the period. The puck's picked up and moved forward by Duquet. He's got Decker in stride. Decker on the puck, avoids a check, gives it to Duquet. He'll shoot, save, rebound, tipped by Walton. He can't put it in. It's Decker who has it there, sends it to the point. Or Hunter Doyle, rather. Number 1 is the person there, not Duquet. Duquet wears 14 tonight. Hunter Doyle, some good play. On the shift, Walton wants to split defenders, has the puck chopped off his stick. They look again for Walton. He reaches out, slows it down, but that's all. Hunter Doyle wants it, but it's Walton who has it. He'll give it to Higgs. He'll shoot, knock down, save, and behind the net. Set out in front. Doyle can't put it in. He's looking for his second of the night. Conrad took a big slap on the blocker hand. But he'll shake it off. He's ready to roll. Top line for the Aggies, back on the ice. It's Clark for the Wolverines. He's up in it. The Aggies are going to take a penalty. There's a shot sticked aside by Coulter Pritchard. As 2 players tied up there in front. The Wolverines still have control of the puck on the delay. The netminder's out. They send it in front. That's settled by Renee, and there's a trip. Is the call, and to the box go the Aggies. It looks like Todd Renee's going to come over and take a seat. And with 4:26 left in the game, the Aggies 15-2. They'll be shorthanded for 2 minutes. Face off in the Aggie zone, taken by Blauer. A stumbling play by the Wolverines, but he recovers, and that is a good extra effort play by number 13, Mike Oliver. He could have given up, But instead, he hops back up and stays with the action. There's a shot glove down by Pritchard, and he's just bowled over. And they're going to let him go. You're going to let your tender get ridden over and then just let the man off the hook without a challenge? Goodness gracious. Clark Cook just absolutely bulldozed Coulter Pritchard. There's a big check as Chase Ball comes in and throws one on the puck. They backhand it toward the net, and that's chipped wide. And not a word from the Aggies as they let Coulter Pritchard get just steamrolled. And I don't care whether you're 15-2 or not. You don't let your goaltender get run over like that. No harm to Coulter Pritchard, though. He hops right back into the play. But it is kind of upsetting. Aggies will wrap it around and down the ice. And Kirk Vliet's the faster skater. He's on the puck, centers to Lindquist. Lindquist has it. Now Kirk Vliet on a pretty good poke or hip check from the captain Fisher. Then they throw one at Lindquist, and Fisher's getting a little feisty. Then he throws a slash, and he'll be in the box as he took a tomahawk chop at Lindquist. And he's just upset is all. As he gave Lindquist a big slash. So they send Brady Fisher off the ice. His evening is done. Too much chatter to the refs. And he draws the extra penalty. They're going to put number 18 in the box to serve it. That is Brandon Walters, who hasn't had much ice time tonight. The Wolverines send it to the neutral zone. It's picked up by Cutshaw. Right back in. He'll shoot. And Doyle's going to look for it. It's out of his reach. Doyle's going to slap it off his stick, though, and he has help from Cutshaw. Still 30 seconds in the penalty to Renee. As the Aggies, Doyle puts a one-timer on net. Didn't get much on it, but still ended up on net. The Aggies will pitch it deep behind the net, and it's picked up there by Cook. Cade Cook on it. We'll send it over to Oliver, Nate Oliver, and he'll look for number 10, Piper. Now Oliver again, now it's Piper. Here's Renee back on, he's onside. Room to look, winding, shooting, and a save Conrad. It comes to the blue line where Duquet has it, and his shot doesn't get through. Doyle's going to backhand it toward the net, and a save by Conrad. The Wolverines want a whistle, so from behind the net, they give it to Conrad. He'll cover, and both teams will make changes. 15-2, the Aggies in control from the opening faceoff. And they're on the power play here for another 51 seconds. Kirk Vliet just going to chip the faceoff toward the net. It's backhanded out of the zone, though. By number 5, Dustin Peck. And he's played a lot of minutes tonight. Austin Lang. He's a smooth skater, and he gives it to Alex Herman. Herman can't get around LaMartina. He has Kirk Vliet at the point. He sends it across, and wide open is Westlake. Shoots and scores! Through a screen. C.J. Westlake finds a seam and rifles it into the back of the net. 16-2 is the score. It's a power play goal for C.J. Westlake. He was wide open and just slid and skated his way to the top of the circle and let it fly. Minute and a half left in the game, and a good check there by Westlake. Another big one. Off the stick, or off the shoulder of Catlin. On it is Lang. Lang's back checked, and that's a sharp check as Lang upended and hits the wall. He's right back on the puck, though, around 2 defenders. Here's Austin Lang. Looks at the net, makes another move, looks, shoots, and a save Conrad. And Austin Lang showing some skills. As the freshman there made some senior moves to get himself open into the front of the nets. He also earned himself a penalty as Conrad made the save. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but did you see what he did? He shot the puck and Conrad made the save, the goaltender, and then Lang slashed him as he went by. He took a big slash out of the goaltender, big chunk of cheese as he just sliced him. And now he sits in the penalty box. Minute 14 left in the game. And Gavin Lubin has the puck. He'll drift it over to Cutshaw. He sends it forward. Here come the Aggies 2-on-1. Look, shoot, the save by Conrad. That's a good looking shot there from Hunter Doyle late in the game. A good show tonight, and still a lot of people in the seats at the Eccles Ice Arena. Here's Doyle, shoots and the save, and that's a hot shot as Hunter Doyle loads the stick. Under a minute to play. The Aggies shorthanded. That bouncing puck ends up on net. Conrad lost it, and it nearly went in. Well, what's after this, Haley? The party continue, or is it time to go home and catch some Z's?
Oh, probably catch some Z's.
Perfect, me too. David Higgs looking for a goal. Another one. Conrad's going to make a save and hold for a whistle. Blauer, a good check, and there's a high stick that's not going to be called as Chase Ball took one to the mast. Walton's got the puck, one hand on his stick, wants to dance in front of the net, and he's ridden behind the cage. There's a cross check from Blauer with 24 seconds left in the game. Let it wind down, Shaley. You're too much time, too much time. Wolverine's just going to hold it behind the net. I think the Aggies will just let it wind down here. They give it to LaMartina. He's going to send it deep, 10 seconds left in the game, and the big check and a penalty. Now they come over and get in Chase Ball's face, and a cross check to Ball. Was unhappy was Andrew Piper. And Chase Ball has a huge grin on his face as he comes over to the penalty box. Now they're going to send him off the ice to a standing ovation from the student section. Oh my. Well, there's the horn, and that's the end of the game. What do you think? It's over.
Oh, it was great.
That was an awesome win and a good game on a full stadium full of fans here tonight. Well, all right, we'll let you enjoy the handshakes for my son Lane on the camera. It is Shaylee on the computer, Haley and her sister Maddie on the color commentating for tonight. I am Steve Coleman. Thanks for joining us on the Aggie Blue Eyes YouTube channel. We're back on Thursday night as the undefeated UNC Bears come to town. It's the opening game of the Beehive Classic. 4 games in a row next weekend. Good night, everyone.